Good evening and welcome to Let's Talk Shop with Russ. Man, a little bit of excitement there before the show got started. I have a laptop that I leave out here in the shop just for running the Twitch channel and my this show. And for some reason, tonight of all nights, it decided I'm not going to get on the internet. So I'm sitting here messing with it. So finally, I ran back in the house and grabbed this. This is the laptop I have at my desk that I'm using right now, and hooked it up, and it works great. So, yeah, a little bit of excitement. I'm going like, here we have the Pallet Challenge. We have put this thing off for literally 2 or 3 weeks due to circumstances. First off, I had a hurricane come and visit, so I couldn't do it then. And then we were without power or whatever for a week. Finally got it back on, and then Sterling, he was affected by it, and it may not have hit his state or his house, but he was affected by it because he works for a company, and they sent him down here to Florida to help with the stores down here. So it's been one heck of a time trying to get this doing, but we're here tonight, and we are going to announce the winners of the 2017 Pallet Upcycle Challenge and what they are going to walk away with prizes. That is our main focus of tonight. Before we do that, I want to say thank y'all, everybody over there in the chat. Katie Dotson, as usual, is over there. Hi, Katie. Jim Bashir, CJ Phillipson, Ryan Ballard, Crosscut Creations. Some of the guys that have actually entered in the contest are out there, which is absolutely wonderful. And they're over there, one chomping at the bits, going. David Hart, he's out there. Or Dave Hart, I should say, he's out there. They're chomping at the bit, wanting to know who's going to win and what they're going to win. So that's going to be in just a few minutes, and we're going to have a great time. I'm excited about this. There was 39, but 2 of them you can't. 39 videos, but 2 of them you can't count. The first one was my how you want to put my entry for the Pallet Challenge that I made up, and then one of them was also Sterling put in an entry just to. He was messing around and put one out there too. So. That one we're not going to count. What? No, Sterling, you can't win. I think that would be a little bit unfair for if we did that. So let me go ahead and make the announcements real quick that I have to make and talk about my sponsors real quick, and then we'll move on down the line. So first off, the only really thing I've got to talk about is the Scroll Saw Artist Challenge. That will start October 1st, which what is that, October 1st, Sunday? Yeah, tomorrow? Am I right? Yeah, tomorrow. October 1st is tomorrow. Wow. I was thinking it was Monday, but it's Sunday. Okay. So the Scroll Saw Artist Challenge will run from the 1st through the 31st of October, and you need to make something with a scroll saw, and this year's theme is clocks. So you need to make something with a scroll saw and has to with a clock. Now, the materials or whatever you want to make. And also people have asked me, well, can I use more than a scroll saw? Not to actually make the clock. No, you can use a planer, a joiner, a table saw, whatever you want to do to get your wood to the size and dimensions you want it to make the clock. The actual cutting of the clock has to be done on the scroll saw. No lasers, no CNCs. So it has to be all done on the scroll saw. So there's tons of patterns out there. And for y'all that are out there that are new, or just beginning, Steve Good, he's on my website on the Scroll Saw Artist Challenge page, and he has over 200 free clock patterns you can choose from. So, and then Bearwood Supply, my sponsor, is giving away 10% off of orders over $25 or more. So you can order your clock parts and you order your Pega scroll saw blades, and you will save 10% off on those. So you really have no excuse except get off your butts and get involved. So this will run the whole month long. I've Misty over at this scroll saw artist around the world is already starting to advertise this on the saw website, which is great. We're getting them involved. Steve Good has been my good friend Steve Good is advertising for me on his site, and Bearwood Supply, my main sponsor, is already starting to put out advertisements. So I'm looking forward and looking toward a really, really great year for the scroll saw artist. And the top 3 prizes, which are already out there. Now, Bearwood Supply stepped up and they wanted to do the clocks, which I thought was great. And he's offering up, actually, there's top 3 prizes. Bearwood Supply is offering a $150 gift certificate to his site for $150 worth of whatever you want to order from his site. Steve Good came on the bandwagon, and now he's added another $100 gift certificate, and he also added another additional $50 certificate. So the top prize is $150. It's not really top prize because how it's going to work is the top, and I've done this every year, is the top 3 people that are actually judged. The number 1 gets to choose whatever he wants out of any of the prizes. Second place gets to choose whatever he wants out of the prizes, with the exception of what number 1 chose. And then third place gets to choose whatever he wants, with the exception of what 2 and 1 choose. And then it's a random for the rest of the prizes for everybody. Then, so that way, every top 1, 2, and 3 get their choice, but then everybody has a chance to win something before it's all over with. That's the way we're going to do it. So I appreciate everybody. If you got a scroll saw here, I mean, especially with you may say to yourself, okay, I can't place 1, 2, or 3, but by George, it's a random from that point on, and you have just as good a chance of anybody as an amateur, even as winning something. So enter. That's all I got to say is enter. And you'd be surprised how many people that really might not want the top prize. They may see some clamps that Rocklear donates and say, you know what, I need that set of clamps real bad. And they may pass over the top prize and say, I'd rather have the clamps than the $150. And so it could be out there for random. Stranger things have happened, trust me. They have. So, but that's the Scroll Saw Artist Challenge. Go to simplywoodencreations.com, go across the menu bar to challenges, pull down the drop thing, you'll see the Scroll Saw Challenge, and go over there, and it's a 2007. All the rules, everything you will need to do is right there. Also, Bearwood Supply, so a link is on there to go to their website, and Steve Good for all of his patterns are on there. So all that's on there. So I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Other than that, my sponsors are Devotable Technologies. For web design, development, and hosting, go visit devotable.com. Really great people. They do my website, and they do several people on here have won their websites from them also. FastCap, innovative products for the professional woodworker. Go to fastcap.com. Rocklear, 60 years of woodworking. Create with confidence when you visit rocklear.com. And last but not least, the guy that just joined me, Stephen, with Bearwood Supply Company. Your best choice for hard-to-find woodworking supplies, go to bearwood.com. Really a great bunch of people. So that being said, I'm going to let Sterling introduce himself last, because he's got something he wants to say real quick, and we'll start down the line giving your introductions and move forward. Al, you're on my far left, so dude, I'm clicking on you. Introduce yourself and tell us where we can find you.
Hi, I'm Al Forte, Al Forte's Odessa Woodworking, on YouTube and on Facebook, and just for fun. Thanks for having me here. Hope everybody wins, but I guess there'll be a certain few that win. But anyway, good luck to everyone.
Great. And then Chris Ahern.
Hey guys, Chris here from the old Cranky Workshop. You find me on Facebook and YouTube. And if I'm not there, check the local pub. I'm probably hiding out down there. So anyways, looking forward to tonight. Good luck to everybody. There's a lot of good projects out there this year. So I know the judging was rather stiff. So good luck. See you guys at the finish line.
Cool. Yeah, you're good luck on you too, because you've got an entry in this thing. I don't think you did. Yeah, Al, did you enter, Al?
Yes, I did. Remember?
Okay.
It was the whack-a-mole one.
Oh, yeah, the whack-a-mole. See,
somebody popped out.
I tell you what, y'all have to watch me. That old timers is sneaking up on me because I'm getting forgetful as hell. So, Donna, how you doing?
Doing good. Thanks for having me here. Donna's Wooden Art, Facebook, YouTube. Good luck to all of them. Entered great projects this year.
Yeah, really a lot. I'm glad that the guy you're able to join us, Donna. Then Mr. John Schaffner.
Good evening, everyone. John Schaffner here. You can find me on Facebook and YouTube under my name. And I just want to pre-congratulate all the winners. You guys did a really bang-up job this year. You stepped up the game. And I imagine I wouldn't want to be a judge because it'd be awful tough. But congrats to everybody already, and back to you, Mr. Russ.
Thank you. And then Mr. Paul Corliss.
Hi, I'm Paul Corliss, Paul's Messy Workshop on YouTube, on Instagram, and I agree with John 100%. I'm glad I'm not a judge because there was some fantastic entries this year, and it was a good turnout, and I hope everybody the best.
Hang on just one second. Somebody was asking me over there in the chat about the clock parts, and it was actually Jim Bashir's. Jim, that is Bearwood Supply Company, and it's bearwood.com. Bearwood.com. If you go to my website over there on the, you can find it. So, all right. So, and then Shane and Shelly, how are y'all doing?
Hi, everyone. It's good to see everyone here. Shelly Cole is my name. Many of you know me as Mom, and I have the YouTube channel, Know What Mom Knows. And I'd like to give a special quick welcome to my pen pal, Christy. Hi, Christy. So, and this is my handsome husband, and I just want to say thanks, Russell and Sterling, for putting this collaborated challenge on, and I know that it's in Russ's hands this year, and thank you so much for putting it together. This was so much fun. Good luck to everyone.
Hi, everybody. My name is Shane.
Go ahead. I just said I really enjoyed it.
Excuse me. My name is Shane. You can find me on all your social networks under Shane's Hobby Shop, and even at my website, shane'shobbyshop.com. Go ahead, go check it out. And like everybody else said, good luck and congratulations to all the entries on this year's Pallet Challenge. Everybody stepped up to your game. You really did some awesome jobs out there. You actually got me worried, so I don't know what I'm going to do next year now. So, hey, but good luck to everybody.
You know, that is one of the problems of having, or when you make something and you make something so well and you actually come out a winner, then you think to yourself, well, darn, what do I do next year? So
exactly. Yeah, you got to step up your game, but how? You just did.
Yep. And then last but not least, my good friend, Mr. Sterling. How are you doing?
Doing good, Russell. I just wanted to say thank you first for taking on the challenge this year. It took a lot off of me, and I didn't want to give it up, but at the same time, I wanted to make sure that the person that took it was going to take it with heart, and I knew you would, and I appreciate that. And it's only going to grow from here because it's just it's an awesome community, and I think you're going to do fantastic with it. So first, I just wanted to say thank you for doing that. We got a lot of prizes to give away. There's no judging here. Well, I'll take that back. Russ, you've actually got the easy part because you're gonna, and this is why I never judge anything. This makes it so much easier just to randomly pick somebody. So as previously done, we're going to do a randomizer. But I threw out there a $100 prize to a founder's choice, which would be myself, of $100 to the most creative, the most one that stood out to me the best. And I'll tell you, there really were so many great creativity mindsets out there when it comes to pallet wood. It's just amazing. You know, people say, well, why do you have to show how to break it down? There ain't but so many ways to break it down. Yes, but that person that's logging on tomorrow that's never broke down a pallet now has 10 different ways they can look at on how to break a pallet down. So you're given knowledge. That's why we do it. Share your method of how you do it, and then someone else could, you know, learn differently or even create a new tool to do it better. So there you go. That's the concept behind why I started that. But with all the entries this year, I just personally, I've got one that I have to pick that I think is just the most creative. But what I'd like to do, there's several that I just want to call out. It's just honorable mentions of some just cool projects. And in the mix of doing that, We'll throw it back to Russ, and we'll give away some random prizes. And this is just a nonchalant kind of night. It's a celebration of the challenge, obviously. But it's like Paul's Messy Workshop. The dumpster that he built was just phenomenal. I mean, the look of that, if you look at it at the right angle, you would think it was a real dumpster. And it was just the technique that he used is just beautiful. I use it. I message, and I try to message. I think I did every single one. Use it for a mailbox holder because that's most of my go into trash. That'd be a perfect for your mail. That's awesome. But Muddy Fences. Muddy Fences did a side table, and they incorporated the nails and welded the nails around the base of the legs of the table. That was pretty awesome to see them using not just the wood, but the nails too. Richard Martin did a pallet wood Punisher, the Punisher of the skull with the teeth. It was just a beautiful piece. I really enjoyed that one. Rob's wood shop, he done a wooden bottle holder. It's just a traditional bottle holder, but the techniques that people use, you need to check these out, and I hope some way we might can get a link. Well, you got the playlist.
Yeah, I got the playlist.
Russell's got the playlist on his channel. You can go check all of these great videos out. But I just love the way Rob put this together. It was just a beautiful little piece. Crosscut Creations. This guy turned a freaking baseball bat.
Yeah.
Out of a pallet. Yeah. That was just insane. I personally just want to turn a baseball bat. Well, this guy did it out of a pallet. That was pretty cool. And then before I turn it back over to Russell to start talking, and we'll give some stuff away, I'll name one more. Country Family. He did a International Harvester sign that he put on the side of his brother's barn. It was just a beautiful piece. And his techniques and how it looks hanging on that barn is it's just beautiful. I love that rustic, the barn, and then the sign itself. And that's just 5 or 6 off the top of my head that I really stood out to me. Now, obviously, everybody can't win. I've got my top 5 right here. Later on the night, we're going to start narrowing it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to get to number 1. But you're going to have to wait for that. Russ, I'll tell you what.
Yeah,
I'll give you number 5. And I'll start right now with 5. And we'll go backwards from there throughout the evening. Number 5, Your Trash, My Treasure. The Pallet tilted trash can. That was just a nice little configuration. The segments that he did, it was just very neatly done. It's functional. He uses it in his home. It was a beautiful piece. That was my number 5 pick for this year's Pallet Upcycle Challenge. So, Russ, I'm going to give it back to you, and we'll run back through them as we go out the night.
I tell you what we can do real quick is I've kind of lost touch with all of them. And the only reason I say that is because the last few weeks have been really hectic around here. The first week before Irma, trust me, I was doing nothing but be getting prepared, getting food, water, gasoline, getting the generators running and everything else. So I really didn't have a lot of time that week. And then the week after, we had no electricity. So I had to run the generators. I spent over $350 in 1 week in gas fuel just to keep the generators running to keep us in power. So it's the only reason I'm saying that is because when I say I lost touch about the playlist is because there for a couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, guys, I got news for you. Well, that playlist was unfortunately the last thing on my mind. It was other things doing with the hurricane and everything. So let's just touch base, and really quick, I'll screen share, and we can go over to the actual playlist. Let me see if I can blow this up a little bit. Well, I don't think it's going to let me. Ah, there we go. Yeah. Oh, yeah, baby. Much better. Okay. So the the first person that put their that I've got an email from to put their in was the Carol St. Marie, which did the Pallet Upcycle Challenge, and he did the small wall shelf. The second person was Power Carving by Joshua Furman. He was that I don't actually remember what he did. So, like I said, I'm sorry. Oh, he did the chair, the fantastic chair he carved. Bar stool, actually, is what it was. So, Building Frank Claus. All right, guys, help me out here. Claus Ayers Toolbox from Popular Woodworking, number 156. Trevor's Workshop did that. Skull Art CNC by Hand by Shogun Jimmy was number 5. Now, these are on nothing other than the order. Just let me explain. Number 4, 5, 6, however I go down the list, is just a random order that they came to me in an email. And as soon as I got the email, I put them up. So the Pallet Wood Challenge by Country Farmer. That was a sign, I believe. He did the International Harvester. Yep, sign. So that was
that's the one that went on his brother's barn. That was just a beautiful, beautiful sign.
It was. There, and like I said, guys, I'm sorry I don't remember a lot of these. It's just like I said, there was just a lot of turmoil going on. And here's the one that he was talking about, Pallet Upcycle Challenge, Turning a Baseball Bat by Cross Creations. Very, very cool. The Pallet Wood Punisher by Richard Martin. That would, this is the one that Sterling kind of liked too. See if we can go on down in here, and I think it's going to be toward the end. There you go. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Construction Icon. Construction Icon. He did a pallet wagon. I was like, wow, that was really cool too. I'm going to skip forward and show the wagon toward the end. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Out of a pallet. Guys, we got all the time in the world here, so we ain't pushed on time. Dave Gatton doesn't do his show anymore, so we can go all night long if we want. A pallet speaker by My Next Project, great. A challenge wishing well by Brett Goodermote. I hope I'm pronouncing that name right. Paul St. George. This is what he put in. A partial drop box for in front of his house. Cool, cool. Paul's Messy Workshop, and since he's on the panel, we'll show off his thing. He built a miniature dumpster out of pallets. Look at that. Isn't that about the coolest thing ever?
I love how he done the little grooves in the top to make it look like the plastic flaps. That's just so neat.
And then look, he made a little pallet go in alongside the dumpster. Cool. Absolutely fantastic. These are some really
good details.
Yep. My trophy head by Linda Shop. I guess that's, or Lyda, Lyda. How do you pronounce that? The side table Sterling pulled out by Muddy Fences. Here's what he did. That was a nice side table. And then, like he said, he did the nails along the middle section over there. Great, awesome. Your Trash My Treasure was the tilt out trash bin. Take Us, Marty Gratis. Whoa, how in the world do you say that? I don't know. He did a wooden sign. Really awesome. Natanic River Woodcrafting by Chris Nealon. He did his pallet challenge. Let's see. I believe he did a frame. Yep. Go back and catch that real quick. Made a picture frame out of pallets. Bottle Carrier by Rob's Wood Shop. Here's one by Crazy Timber. The heart sign.
I love that little design. That's just so neat.
Yeah, that's cool. Pallet wood art by Sterling Dave. Well, I'll go ahead and show off yours, Sterling. He made a rooster, yard rooster.
I seen those down in Gatlinburg. I said I could do that.
All right. Well, where the heck is there? It is.
I bet you he's gonna get the $100.
He's gonna give it to himself, huh? Guitar hanger with pick and tuner storage. A guy with wood. David Bishop did a wooden GPS goober pooper stool for my cat.
His cat is getting old, so it helps the cat get up on the bed, and couch and stuff.
Here, we'll go ahead and show that one. Yeah, and the thing about it was that I remember watching this one because he couldn't get the dadburn cat up there. He didn't want to have anything to do with it. That was funny. Distressed Floating Shelf by Rodney Nikasi. I'm bad with names, guys. Pallet Wooden bookcase by Shane's Hobby Shop. We got to show this one off. He's on the panel. He won't forgive me if I don't.
No, I won't.
Look at that. That is awesome.
That detail's amazing.
Those are plates of the Sawdusto from Mom.
Yep. That was awesome. Really nice. You did yourself on that. David Gatton. He did, don't remember what David did.
He's kind of disqualified because he uses CNC.
Yeah, there it is. That's the, oh yeah, it's for his paint, it's storage in his shop. That's right, storage in his shop.
I'm just kidding, Dave. You guys get as shot as anybody.
And then Chris Ahern, he did, now this one kind of blew me away. Here, I was never expecting. He did a foosball table. Isn't that cool? I mean, a real working foosball table. That is awesome. Yeah, and there was a challenge between the two. Shane and Chris were going back and forth. Who was the best?
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Yeah, Jamie Drew did this. Okay, I think this was a wolf.
That's the wood from the Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Okay, cool.
I enjoyed watching how he done that. That was neat.
Donald, well, he's always on the panel, so we show off his too. He did a rustic pen thing to hold your pens out of pallets.
Cool.
Al Forte, he's the one that did the whack-a-mole. Yeah. Now you definitely know I'm going to let this one go because I'm going to pause it here. That was funny as I saw that and I'm like, you got to be kidding me! You put my face on there as a whack. I love you too. Didn't know you thought of me that way though. Al, whack-a-mole.
Yeah.
A bottle balancer from Pallet Wood by Costa Icanias. I'm sorry, guys. Y'all can see the name. I can't pronounce it. My attempt at building Andriac chairs by Frank McCain. Ben Nash. Let's go in here and see what Ben made us. Oh yeah, the
bar stool.
Yep. Oh, Dylan's DIY Wood Shop, a miniature pallet made from pallets. That was pretty cool. For Texas by Wallman Wood Shop. Pretty cool.
I love all the things. Steve Ramsey put out a challenge a few years ago about that. And that's, I've done North Carolina like that with the pallet. Everybody needs to do their own state in a pallet.
Billy McCord Yep. Awesome, awesome. Michael Treader, what did he do? All right, am I missing something here?
I believe he told me that was supposed to be one of those shelves, floating shelves.
Yep. Oh, yeah, hidden shelves. That's what it is. Like a floating hidden shelf where you can hide stuff in it. That's what that is. And then Cage Creations. I believe this is a sign.
His daughter drew that. That's
Yep.
from his daughter's handwriting.
Yep. Cool. So those are our entries. So let's here's the randomizer I'm going to do for tonight. But what I'm going to do is, since I'm over here, I'll run the randomizer and I'll pick we have 12 prizes. Klingspor Wood Shop did a $50 gift card. Klingspor. Desert Bum Woodworking has a $50 gift card. I believe that's going to be a Visa gift card. Shane's Hobby Shop did one of his T-shirts. Shogun Jimmy did a CNC pen. Clearview Cyclones donated a Izzy Swan Bar Pro. SawStop gave us a 180 tooth and a 140 tooth titanium blades from SawStop. Bearwood Supply, I yanked their picture off of this and put it over there on my scroll saw challenge, so that's the reason the picture ain't up here. But he did a $50 online gift card or gift card to Bearwood Supply Company. So sorry about that, Bearwoods. Took your picture. Then Your Trash, My Treasure has did a $30 Amazon gift card. Sterling Woodcraft is naturally doing the Sterling's Founder Choice Award for $100. Izzy Swan has donated a 1-year membership to Toolmasters Association. Miter Mike's Wood Shop is giving away a Miter Mike's T-shirt, small to 3X, and also a $25 gift card. So there's what we have. So the gifts are, I'll put in 1 through 39. Now, if it pulls number 1 naturally, is if number 1 pops in there, the one that will be deleted, so to speak, and it'll be the one underneath it. And Sterling's is actually in this list, and his is I've got it written down. Let me look.
Yeah, I'm disqualified.
Yep.
Just go with 2. Start with 2 instead of 1.
I can start with 2, but still, I can't eliminate your number in there.
Yeah, we know we can't win mine, so
yeah. But I'm just looking to see which one your number is.
I feel it's yours turning mine in with all the great prizes and great stuff everybody else made.
Oh, I eliminated yours out of this list.
Oh,
well, I got to know which one yours is because I got to be able to eliminate it. So let's go back through this and I'll write it down. I think it's 21. Okay. So if 21 pops up in there, I'll go to the next one down below 21. So, all right. So, are everybody ready? Do we get a drum roll here? I don't have the drum roll thing hooked up. All right, here we go. This is going to create a list.
So what are we going to draw? What are we drawing for right now? What's the prize?
All right, we're going to go down the list exactly the way that they are in order. So Klingspor Woodworking Shop was number 1, number 2, number 3, right down the list in the exact same order all the way through, going from left to right. So the last thing we'll give away is Miter Mike's $25 gift card. Now I'm going to keep y'all in suspense. I'm only going to go through this for a few seconds. Are you ready? I think we ought to take a break and come back and do this in like 5 minutes.
No, do it now.
They've been waiting for 3 weeks. Give away something.
All right, everybody ready? Here we go.
Let's do it.
There you go. All right. So number 13. Let's go over here. Number 13 on the list is Paul's Messy Workshop.
Hey, Paul! Yay!
So, Paul, you got the clings pour, and I got to write this down. You get
Congrats,
the
Paul.
clings pour $50 gift card, Paul.
Thank you very much.
Sweet.
So make sure you write his number down too. That way, if it comes up again,
Right.
we'll go to the next one. Congratulations, Paul.
Thank you very much. That's great.
No,
Yep,
thank you for supporting.
All right. His number will not come back up, I assure you. It's done in random. Number 2 is 5. The second person is 5. And number 5 on the list is Shogun Jimmy. Shogun Jimmy is going to win Desert Bone Woodworking's $50 gift card. Let me write that down.
You know, Russ, you could make it interesting, and instead of having the same list there, just regenerate it and let the top number be the number.
We could do that.
Or, I mean, however you want to do it. I'm not trying to be bossy. I'm sorry.
Well, I just figured it's easier just to pull a list. It really doesn't matter.
You do your thing, brother.
And then number 3 is number 22. And number 22 on the list is a guy with wood. He did the hanger with pick and tuner storage. And he's going to get Shane's Hobby Shop's t-shirt.
If you're listening, send me a PM either on YouTube or on Facebook under Shane's Hobby Shop, or just Shane Cole, which is my main Facebook, and I'll get with you and we will sort which t-shirt.
Okay. Just give me a second here, guys.
They're saying out there, Jim Bashirs is saying, and Mom's brownies?
Brownies?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Sterling wants to do
That's
this.
a different
That's a different contest.
We'll do it again. So, boom, there you go. So the next person, we just reorganized it, and now it's at 30 is number 1. So number 30 on the list is Donald Vlogs Flies Wood Shop. Rusty.
Hey.
I just hope you're writing the numbers down because I can't remember all these.
I am. That's the reason it's taking me a second. And Donald, you get the Shogun Jimmy CNC pin.
Awesome.
And Donald is working tonight, correct?
Yeah, he is working. Yeah, I'm writing the numbers down. I actually got a list here. I'll show you all at the end. I made a list of all the names, even all the everything about it, so I can go through and do this. Okay, so that is 32. Wow, it picked out 3. 30, 32, and 38. That's wild. So 32 is Costas Anakias. Man, I'm terrible with names, but he did the magic or make a bottle balancer from pallet wood. And he gets the, from Clearview Cyclones, the
Easy Bar Pro.
Easy Bar Pro.
Nice. Congratulations.
Yep. And then what I say the other one was 38. Number 38 is Michael Treader. He don't have a thing. He just put vid 2170831 down at the bottom. So I know he didn't totally follow the directions, but still, I'm not that type of person that will. I'm looking more for. Oh, he did the
shelf.
Yep, he did the shelf.
The floating shelf. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Some people out there, might complain and say, well, he didn't do the 2017 Pallet Upcycle entry into the. Well, that's okay. It's my prerogative to say that he's entered in anyway.
There you go.
He made an attempt.
So you just gave away 6 things. Let's slow it down just a little bit. Make them wait a little bit.
Okay.
So everybody knows the worst part about breaking down a pallet is the worst part, breaking down a pallet. What is your favorite part about, because I got my take on what's the favorite part. What's your favorite part on the pallet process?
Hold on, let me get back over there and stop screen sharing. I'm back. All right, now go ahead, Sterling.
I was just saying, what's your favorite part? People have a passion for woodworking. Obviously, people are entering the pallet challenge. I hope they're not doing it just because of prizes. They're doing it because they're creative. They got a creative mind. So breaking a pallet down, it really sucks. I ain't gonna lie, nobody can deny that. It sucks. What do you find intriguing about the pallet that makes you want to do it? That's my question. And I'll tell you my answer. Pallet wood. You have no clue what's underneath there. When you clean it up, it's absolutely amazing what you can find in a pallet. Number 2, it's free. You can't be free. So I'm just curious of what people think and what keeps people motivated to join this challenge, because I love it. I personally I enjoy the rusticness.
Yeah, I just gotta say, I absolutely love pallet wood because to me it's like a prize, just kind of like what you said. It feels like Christmas every time we get our pallet out and we take off that first layer and yay! I mean, seriously, it is like, I love taking a walk through all the little pallet boards that we have stuff back there, because it's like walking through a garden. You know how some people walk through a garden like a flower garden? I'm not joking. We love to just sit out there and go through our pallets and just like, yay, look what we got. And it's,
Did you notice on my build that I did when I started doing my drawers, I said I saved out my 3 favorite boards that I had on for the color, just so I can make those my drawer faces. And it got some really nice colors in them.
Yeah.
All right, got a few over here. Let's let them join in a little bit. Jim Bashir says it was the hunt. I guess hunting down the pallets. Shogun Jimmy says, when can I get back to real wood? That's too funny. Brett Goodman says, finding interesting wood types. Jamie Drew says, I like that you'll never really know what it's going to look like. All right, that's true. Once you plane it and everything, I guess so. Debbie Shipman says, sanding, watching the grubby wood change to a beautiful wood. Your Trash My Cheverser says, the reveal is my favorite part. Dan Ingewood says, my favorite part is when it's done and no longer looks like a pallet would. Hold on, I got to go back up so I miss.
And those are all great. And you hear people that want to say, well, you know what, I'm not going to break down a pallet and run it through my planer and tear my blades up because, you know, it had concrete on that pallet. You know what? Well, don't get a pallet that had concrete on it. Get one that had something else on it.
Yeah. Chris, I noticed you unmute yourself. You got anything to say?
Well, I was going to say, I agree with the, you don't know what kind of wood you get. first time I did a pallet challenge. As I broke it down and started cleaning it up, I realized I had a very, very nice piece of oak that I wasn't going to waste on a pallet challenge. I put that away and went and got another pallet. So it cleaned up really, really nice, and I just couldn't break my heart to make it a pallet challenge piece of wood. So
Too funny.
Like the big thing I like is thinking out of the box. I mean, I'm already thinking about next year. You know, how can I step it up from what we did this year? And it gives us something to concentrate on the year round. And you can start building beforehand. Give yourself some extra time.
So if you're considering building something, consider pallet wood. It's not all bad. Just make sure, number one, that it's heat treated. You want it'll be a HT on the side of the pallet. It needs to be heat treated, number one. If it's used for chemicals or for concrete rocks, don't use those type pallets. Use pallets for food goods or things of that nature.
Right.
Or I'll tell you a place used to transport furniture.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you a place I get a lot of mine from that people don't realize, but if you have a motorcycle shop around you, Kawasaki or Suzuki, these crates and these pallets that the motorcycles are shipped on, they're great pallets. They're really great pallets.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we got mine last year when I entered the pallet challenge. Your pallet challenge, Sterling. Me and my son, he needed a TV stand, and it needed to be a specific size to fit into his apartment or his room. And so, actually, we got the pallets from my son-in-law, who works for Pepsi Corporation, and they have their Pepsi machines are shipped in crates, and he brought us the crates from the Pepsi machines. So.
I got some on.
Yeah, and another good place where I get my pallets at is right down the road from me. We got a company that makes signs, those big billboard signs. Well, they get their cables and all of that on these pallets, and the wood on the pallet is over an inch thick. Mm-hmm. Not the half inch that you see most of these pallets are. No, this is the inch thick. And that's why I was able to make such a nice cabinet, because I had a lot of wood to deal with.
Yeah, Frank McCain, wow, he found a jackpot. He says, I found a couple of 14-foot long pallets made from 3 2x4s with 16 2x4 by 13 by 30 cross braces. It's going to be my new workbench. Wow, that is a fine. That's a lot of lumber right there.
All right. Well, Russ, speaking of Frank, while we're on him, I'm going to give you 2 more of my top 5. And Frank, you're number 4, buddy. You didn't make it to number 1, but that ain't because it wasn't great. Those Adirondack chairs that you built were freaking amazing. They look great. Again, functional. And I just love the way they look. And they come from pallet wood. If you look at the end result of them, you never know that it come from pallet wood. So, Frank, you are my number 4 pick of the pallet challenge for this year. So number 3, and it got difficult from here. 1, 2, and 3 was very difficult. I could actually flip a coin right now and still any one of them could be number 1. But I'm going to go with number 3 being Trevor's Workshop, building the toolbox from Popular Woodworking number 156. That toolbox was just beautiful. And again, never know it was from pallet wood. It was very functional. He set it and built it to his needs. And it was just a beautiful, well done box. So that's my number 3 pick for the pallet upcycle challenge. And I've only got 2 left. 2.
You talking about me being a tease? Frank McCain are out there in the chat, and he said, "Thanks, man. I really appreciate it."
And that doesn't mean that you don't win, because there's still some random prizes out there. We're fixing to do some more.
Yep, we're fixing to do some more.
Sterling, I agree with you on your number 3 pick there. That toolbox was awesome. And the way he cleaned up that pallet wood and got it nicely down to the exact thickness that needed to actually do a set of plans that's in a magazine. So he did really good on that. And yeah, you couldn't tell that he made it out of pallet wood, or he actually went and bought the lumber from the big box store. That's how good it turned out.
It was just beautiful.
Yeah, it really was good. Well, and Shelly put out there, so thank you, Shelly. Yeah, how about all y'all that are out there? We got 50 at 53. What do we got right now watching this? Anyway, 40. Yeah, 43. Give me a thumbs up out there if you don't mind. I would really, really appreciate it. So while you're here, I won't take you but just 1 second to reach over there and go click and give me that thumbs up. I really would appreciate it. Thank you very much. So, all right, so let's go back. Let me make sure I've got everything back here set up and ready where we left off. Yep, I haven't changed anything.
So much fun. I love this. I love it.
Oh, Russ Meadows, how you doing, buddy?
All right, doing good, still kicking.
Yep. How's your wife?
Fair to middling, fair to middling.
Fair to middling. Yeah, she had surgery the other day, and so she's doing good. Or well, you say fair to middling. I asked her how she was doing, and she told me, she says, I get to go home, and I said, oh, that's great. And she goes, well, the bad thing is Russ had to work today, so he's got to come pick me up after he gets off work. And I said, oh, that sucks.
I had to leave from Beaumont and zip over to Houston to pick her up and then zip back, and it was a long day. But I had something to say about that. You was talking about the pallets and what's your favorite part and all that kind of stuff.
Go ahead.
The wife and I were driving down the road one day, and I happened to see a stack of, I don't know, about 10 or 15 pallets outside a print shop. And I stopped and I looked at them, and that's when I still had my truck. And I picked up about 6 of them and brought them home, and I put them on the porch, and I started breaking them down. And when I got to look at them, they didn't look all that great, but I took one out and I planed it down and I brought it back in. And the favorite part for me was my wife's face when she saw what it looked like. So her eyes got all bugged out. It was beautiful. I said, wow, it did that much to you. It was really neat to see that. And my local Harbor Freight store just opened here in town. They've got probably 200 or more pallets stacked up out there, and they've been putting it on Facebook. Please come get them. You know, I decided that I would like to take a bunch of them and put them on my shop for siding. I think that'd be a pretty good deal. All free.
Cool.
Back to you, Russ.
Okay, cool. All right, so go back to the screen sharing and lock on me. And screen share. This was the last one that we chose, the 30, 32, and 38. So I'm going to give it a second, and then we're going to, I want to make sure it's coming through. Yep, it's coming through over there on the side. So we're going to randomize it again and take the top 3. Let's do it again because it's picking out some of the, well, no, it isn't. Wow, it's getting in the, it's hitting those 30s big time. Yeah, no, we haven't got one. So the first one is 31. You're going to like this. Is he still in the chat? Is he still there with us? Is Mr. Al Forte?
Yay! Whack, 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 whack.
Yeah, Mr. Al Forte.
Congratulations, Al.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, whack a Russ.
Like a Russ. There you go.
Yes,
so
whack a
you
Russ.
get the $50 gift certificate.
Is it wood? Is it wood?
From bearwood.com.
Yes! 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 Awesomeness. Awesomeness.
Yep, because you just got a scroll saw, so you can buy scroll saw blades and clock parts from them.
I'm glad I procrastinated. I really.
Yep. Well, and not only can you buy the scroll saw blades and clock parts from them for the scroll saw challenge,
Right?
you get 10% off.
Yes. Yes. You know where I'll be doing my shopping. That's for sure.
Yep. All right. And then the one underneath that is number 33. Like I said, it's just popping those 30s out. And then number 33, we have not picked him. And that is Frank McCain. He did
Cheers.
Adirondack Chairs by Frank McCain. And he has
Congratulations, Frank.
Woohoo!
and he gets the Your Trash My Treasure $30 Amazon gift card.
Congratulations, Frank.
Sweet. Those gift cards always come in handy.
Oh yeah. So Amazon's one of my favorite places to shop.
Yeah, I'd say too.
I could get in trouble with that place. I would tell you why, but they gave me for online credit, and I about crapped when I saw it, and I was like, ooh, I can't use that.
We use it so.
Yeah, it was they gave me a $2,500 online credit, and I was like, ooh, that'd get me in trouble real quick. All right, we'll have to skip Sterling's because that's his Founders Award, so it will go down to Izzy Swans as the next one. And the third one on here is we pull him, yep, so we'll have to do it again. So we did 31, 33, and 32, so let's randomize it again. And this will give us our last three, and that will be 1, 2, 3, yep. Will give us our last three for these three gifts, so right here. So here we go again. 12 will work. 30, is that 30? Yep.
Yep.
12, 30. All right, 30 will not work. So first one is 12. I believe 12 will work. That hasn't been called. Nope, 12 has not been called. So number 12 on the list is Paul St. George. He is number 12. Nice. And he will be getting the Izzy 1-year membership to Tool Masters Association.
That's a great prize. I don't know anybody, if y'all don't know about the Tool Masters Association by Izzy Swan, that is a great little organization that you could be a part of. It is a paid membership to get into it, but the benefits you get from it are phenomenal. You'll get your money back tenfold, I promise you, if you choose to. But that is an awesome prize from Izzy.
Yeah, Paul St. George did the
postage test.
Yep, the partial box.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, now number 30 is not going to work because we've already called that. So we'll skip down to the next one, which is number 11. And number 11 on the list is Brett Goodermote. Brett Goodermote. And Brett, you are going to win Miter Mike's t-shirt.
And Brett is in the chat.
Congratulations, Brett.
Always great when they're here.
Brett's in the chat. Hey, Brett. How you doing? Yep, he gets Miter Mike's t-shirt, and what we'll do, we'll go to the next one down on the list, since we had to skip number 30, which is number 5. And number 5 has been taken. Wow. All right, so I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're just going to hit it one more time, and the top number will be the last one we take. Yeah, 5 was on the that was Shogun Jimmy. He won the $50 Desert Bum Woodworking. So, all right, so let's hit it one more time and see what we come up with. 10. 10 has not been taken. So number 10 will win Miter Mike's $25 gift card. We want to know who number 10 is. Everybody ready? This is the last one. It is my next project. He did the Pallet speaker.
Oh, that was a cool little speaker.
Miter Mike's gift card. So there you have it. Those are all the winners of. Yep, Red. You're welcome. He's out there in the chat, and he said, "Thanks, all." So that's all the prizes we had to give away. Let me get out of stop screen sharing.
All but one.
And come back over there with you guys. Yeah, because I want to be here for this one. This is going to be cool. But anyway, so just let me run down the list, and I'm going to call out everybody's names, and I'm going to start off with, oh, here's the list, by the way. So in case anybody was wondering, saying like, oh, how'd you have a list, or what were you getting that from? This is the list that I made up. This is from number 2 to 20 on the bottom and on the back. And you can see I made a red mark by everybody and wrote down out to the side what you won. So there's all the list. So let's real quick go down the list. And number 5 on the list, which was the first one, was Shogun Jimmy. He won the $50 Desert Bum Woodworking. Number 10 on the list was My Next Project, the pallet speaker. He won Miter Mike's gift card. Number 11, wow, this had kind of grouped them together. I mean, that's fine. It's no big deal. But Brett Goodermote, he won Miter Mike's T-shirt. Paul St. George, he won the 1-year membership to Tool Masters. Paul's Messy Wood Shop, he won Kling's Pour $50 gift card. And it kind of grouped them again on the back. That's weird. Number 22 was a guy with the wood. He did the hanger with pick and tuner storage. He won Shane's Hobby Shop T-shirt. Donald Vlog Slides Wood Shop. He won CNC pen from Shogun Jimmy. Number 31 was Al Forte. He won $50 from BearWood.com. Number 32 was Costas Anna. All right, I can't. He did the make a bottle bounce. I wished I was better at pronunciation of names. Make a bottle bouncer from Pallet Wood. He won the Izzy Bar Pro. And then last not but least, oh no, we got one more after that. Number 33 is Frank McCain. He did the $30 Amazon gift card. And Vid 8/31/2017, Michael Tritter. He won the Saw Stop, last one down here, the Saw Stop saw blade. So we have it. There's all the winners. That's everybody on the list that was on there tonight. But the ones in red off to the side were actually the ones were random chosen.
Congratulations to all the winners there.
Congratulations.
Great.
Nice job, Russ, for getting the prizes together. Great job.
Thank you. So I guess we only got one more thing left to do, and I got it locked on you, Mr. Sterling. So
yeah, we about call it tonight, can't we?
Oh, yeah, we can call it tonight. You want to do it? You can come back on next Saturday and tell us who the winner is.
Okay, well, let's do that. No,
we can do it tonight. I don't mind.
You talk about losing subscribers, I might get some enemies by doing that. So
yeah, I know. Yeah, that they might not watch me ever again.
Well, okay, so how am I going to do this? Ain't really one way to do it. I guess just to tell you who my second and my first pick is. I can honestly say there's no favoritism. It's based off of what I saw and how it was created and the outcome of the final piece, the long-term functionality of the piece, and the creativity of the whole piece. That's kind of how I come up to my knowledge. And again, I could probably flip a coin and either one be number one. So my final two. Number 2 would be the Old Cranky Workshop foosball table. That was just insane. I really love that. I wish I had 2 prizes I could give out. It was just so cool to see. The functionality of that was just amazing. It really was. And it was a neat project. It was fun to watch. All your projects are fun to watch. They really are. I enjoy watching it. I wish you had more. And I know you're limited to time scheduling, but if anybody is not subscribed to the Old Cranky Workshop, you need to go see Chris Ahern. He is an outstanding person, a great person, a great creator. And I love you, buddy. I think you've done a great job, and I appreciate you joining in the challenge.
All right, thanks.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Chris.
Hey, I know it's too late
Thank
to
you,
do
thank
it,
you.
but Sterling, you actually could have just chopped the $100 into 250 gift cards and give one to Chris.
I don't think first place would like that too much, but
Yeah, I don't think they would either. I don't think they would either. I know I wouldn't. I'd be ticked off if you did that to me. Now you got my interest. Now you really got my interest because Chris was. I said the same thing. I said Chris, and before the show started, guys, we were talking in the background, and I said that if I had to pick, if this was a judging contest, here, let me get up totally off of Sterling so I can show my face. If I had to pick, if this was totally a judging contest, I would have picked Chris Ahern and Shane's Hobby Shop, his thing that he made. And I said, to be honest with you, those were so close that I would actually have to flip a coin to choose between them. Now, I'm not saying that because they're on my panel. Trust me, it is in no way, shape, or form has anything to do with it. It's just the foosball table was just an outstanding job. I mean, trust me, guys out there, all your stuff, everything was actually great.
absolutely.
Some just stand out a little bit more. Others, making that foosball table, really, that took a lot of work, a lot of concentration, a lot of everything to put that together. And then Shane's, what was that? That
was an in-table bookcase.
An in-table, that
It
thing
had
was
sawdust
just beautiful,
on it.
just downright. So those would be my
people who watch me or Chris on Facebook, they might have seen that me and Chris were going at each other about this contest. But let me tell everybody, it was all fun and games. Me and Chris are very good friends, and we were just picking with each other.
Yeah. All right, Sterling, it's back. So,
go ahead, Sterling. Let's have it.
All right, so. And it goes back again to long-term functionality, the aesthetics and look of it, and the functionality. I'll just say it. Number one, in my book, 2017 Pallet Upcycle Challenge, Shane's Hobby Shop. I did that because...
Way to go, Shane!
Way to go,
Shane. It was muted. Thank you.
And I'll tell you why. Me and Russ have not talked in over 2 weeks. He has been dealing with the hurricane with his family and his life. I've been dealing with it with my work, and there's been no communication at all. I've literally got the list here. This is in my heart, and the functionality of the bookcase, the aesthetics, looks, the wood grains, the dust stove in itself. That was just using the sawdust. Are you kidding me? You used the sawdust to make borders around. That's just insane. And it was beautiful. It looked incredible. So, and I really believe that's not no IKEA piece of furniture. That's something that's going to be around for a long time that you can hand down to family members and be proud of. And it was just a beautiful piece of furniture you built, so be proud of that. And
thank you. Yeah, actually, when I was shooting the finished part of the video outside, all my neighbors was coming over. Hey, you gonna sell that? And no, it's not for sale. Sorry.
I'll tell you what. I'll give you $100 for it.
Well, send me the $100 first, and then we'll see.
So we'll work all that out in the background. And but I just want to let you know I appreciate you joining. I appreciate everybody joining in. Russ, I appreciate you for stepping in and taking over this challenge. It's really near and dear to me. It is because I've enjoyed it. It's become a situation where I can't maintain it like I want to. And I know, Russ, you'll take care of it the way it should be, and I appreciate that.
Thank you. I'm very, very, very honored, and I thank you very much for trusting and having that confidence in me. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Let me do one more thing before we get off here, and I really thought about that really, really hard. This has been in the back of my mind for actually for the last 2 or 3 days whenever I knew it was coming down to today being the Pallet Challenge. And I say that again, that if I had to be the judge between Shane and Chris, I would have had to flip a coin. And I know this is kind of like not out there, but I like Chris's so much that Chris, I've decided to, Sterling gave away his Founder's Choice Award. I'm giving away my, what I think was a great one too.
Ownership award.
So I'm, Chris, I'm going to give you for, because I feel that he chose the first, I'll choose second place, which I think was you. I mean, to me, I would have flipped the coin, but I'm going to send you a $50 Visa gift card for.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'll send you a $50 gift card. So Visa gift card. Because like I said, and don't get me wrong. There's a Paul's once again his dumpster. The guy that did the chair where he actually welded the nails together, that was awesome. There was, I can't say enough. There was a ton of great stuff out there. It's just you look at Chris's and you look at Shane's, and if you entered the contest, you really got to say to yourself too, those guys just knocked the ball out of the park when they did theirs. They spent that took a lot of effort on that foosball table. So.
Well, I've never been able to say this publicly because I've never judged any of the pallet challenges, and I mean that. Everything I've done is out and open, just like you've done tonight with the randomizer. I've done it to where it's live, where people see it. There's no shady stuff going on. You know who won what. So the last 4 years, this is my challenge for 2018. For the 2018 Pallet Upcycle Challenge, Russ, I know you're going to take the bull by the horn, but I've never said this publicly. Out of all of the challenges that I've done over the last 4 years with the Pallet Upcycle Challenge, I've got one all-time favorite. And that one all-time favorite over all of them over the last 4 years, I want to see someone outdo them. That's the challenge with pallets. And that one that I thought just blows my mind was SDM Customs. He did an electric guitar with a pallet.
Yeah.
It was freaking insane.
Yeah, I remember that.
I want someone to come up with something better than SDM Customs Pallet Upcycle Challenge electric guitar next year.
That would be cool. That would be really cool.
Get your thinking caps on. You got a year.
Yep. So then, Sterling, are you going to be in the Pallet Upcycle Challenge next year?
I will always be a part of this as a supporter and of a founding prize giver. I will not ever be eligible because this wouldn't be right, but I will be a part of it. Absolutely.
Yeah, he's already told me he wanted to be a part of it for years to come, which I don't have a problem with that. Trust me, I've tried to include Laney. He wanted to be a part of it the first year, but Laney and the Whirligig Wars just told me because of his commitment to his job now, he's going around the country and teaching people to use CNCs, with that company he's with. I can't even remember their name.
Digital Wood Carvers. Digital
Wood Carver. Thank you, Paul. Digital Wood Carver. And he also gives support for people that have those. So he does not have the time, and I understood that from the beginning. He was gracious enough this year to step out. I contacted him when he was in his off season, and he did that little video for the for the Whirligig Wars that I posted with me and my grandson that we did on that for the Whirligig Wars announcement and everything. But yes, Sterling's going to be back. It's not like he's going away. He can't take the fulfillment of finding the sponsors, getting everything together and everything else. And that's the reason he gave it to me, and he wanted me to run it. So, but he's welcome to come back every year and do he's already said he wanted to do his Founder's Choice Award every year. So
you know you've already got a sponsor for next year, brother.
No, thank you. I appreciate it. All right, guys. Wow, we had 57 at one time watching. I was like, holy. The great. Right now, we still got 44 out there. So thank you very, very, very much for still hanging on and being with us. Would everybody want me to go down the list one more time for some of y'all that might be just joining in, or If you need me to go down the list for all the winners over there in the chat, just somebody holler out and I'll go through it one more time before we get off here. If not, then.
Well, Mom wants to say something real quick.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I just wanted to interject real quick. If anybody was interested in how that sawdusto was created and how we were able to make those applique bandings for the pallet project, that whole project originated due to a vision I had with the sawdust about 2.5 years ago now. And on my channel, I will be soon giving out the recipe to the community. And it's not just a recipe, it's a technique. And it's really important that people don't just take the recipe and run with it, because honestly, I think some people are going to fail with the recipe, because the recipe is like 1/4 of the entire vision of what sawdusto is.
Yes.
And so I'm slow at getting my videos out. I'm sorry, because of my disability and things, but it doesn't matter. You will see what sawdusto is and will become, and it's for the community, because we all deal with sawdust, and I feel it's right. So
yep.
Be paying attention to know what Mom knows in the future, because I think it's going to be worth it. I really do.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, and it was very easy to work with, very easy to mix up, and then putting it in that mold to make those plates, very easy. So anybody can. If I can do it, you can do it.
And that's just one part of what sawdusto is. I just want to get that out there. It's going to be amazing if people can grasp what it can do for you and your shop.
Great.
That's what I wanted to say.
All right, a couple of people did want me to go over the list real quick, and I'll go down it real fast, I promise. And also, a couple of people out there mentioned about putting, yes, I'll have the list. I'll prepare it and get it up on my website on the Pallet Ups 2017 Pallet Upcycle Challenge webpage. So you'll see the list and what everybody won there also. And it'll also contain Sterling's Founders Award, and then Chris's award also. I'll kind of get all that put up there. So just real quick, I did have a couple of people said they'd like for me to do this again. So number 5 on the list was Shogun Jimmy, and he did the skull art. He won the $50 Desert Bum gift certificate. Number 10 on the list was My Next Project Pallet Speaker. He won Miter Mike's gift card. Number 11 on the list was Brett Gudermote, Challenge Wishing Well. He won the Miter Mike t-shirt. Number 12 was Paul St. George. He won the one-year membership to Toolmasters. Paul's Messy Wood Shop, number 13 on the list, won the Klingspor $50 gift card. A guy with wood did the hanger with Pick and Tuner Storage. He won Shane's Hobby Shop t-shirt. Donald Blogs Flies Wood Shop won the CNC pen from Shogun Jimmy. Odessa Woodworking with the Wacka Russ won the $50 Bearwood gift card to bearwood.com. The Make a Bottle Balancer from Pallet Wood, number 32 on the list, won the Izzy Swan Bar Pro, Izzy Bar Pro. Number 33, Frank McCain, Adirondack Chair won the $30 Amazon gift card. And last but not least, Michael Treader won the saw blades. So there they all are. All right, guys, thank you very, very much. And they're dropping like flies. Everybody's bailing out on us. We got the prizes. We're leaving. We don't care anymore. So anyway, but thank you guys. Frank McCain says, get it right, Russ. Frank's wife won the $30 Amazon gift card. All right, guys. Thank you very much for all y'all who have been out there watching us tonight. It was very, very good. I appreciate you so very much. I've lost track of who all's I've been out there with so many. And thank you very, very much. Thank you, Sterling, once again. I do appreciate you thinking that much of me and honoring me with this. I will take care of your baby, and we'll continue it on for many years to come. Let's put it this way. There ain't but one thing that's going to get in the way of me not doing the pallet challenge. And that's if the good Lord calls me home, then I ain't going to be here, buddy. So other than that, thank you, Al Forte, for being on here tonight. Thank you, Chris Ahern, Donna. Donna, you've been kind of quiet. Why you been so quiet?
I've just been watching and listening and seeing. There was a couple projects that I apparently missed, so I'll write it down and stuff so that way I can go back and look at them.
Okay. And then thank you to John. He's John Schaffner. He's not, I don't see him on here. Paul's Messy Wood Shop. Shane and Shelley Cole. Thank you once again to Sterling and everything. We only got one more thing left to do, guys, and that is
Dang it, Russ.
just give me sawdust. Lots of sawdust all around me and everywhere. I like it flying all around my shop and even in my beard and hair. And apparently my panel loves it too because they sent me so much of it for my birthday.
Yeah. It was
Thank
good
you.
to send it to Shelley for Sawdusto.
Thank you all. And God.
Good night, everyone.
Good
Don't
night.
have to go home. Don't have to go home, but you can stay here.
Bye.